Y'all, Charity is here. It is episode 2 and 3, you guys, and it seems like it's going to be very interesting with this Brayden character, you guys. But before we get to all of it, it's Mary.
And Alma.
You might just like,
subscribe,
and comment down below. And do not forget to subscribe to our Patreon for more unfiltered content, you guys.
Yes.
But let's go ahead and get into it.
Yes, so in this one, Aaron B got the first impression rose. They went. I thought it was very cute, them being by that Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
The only thing with Aaron B, I mean, he says that he's been, to therapy, and he has learned how to be vulnerable, which I love and everything. But he easily cries for me.
You don't want a man that cries more than you. That's the red flag.
I just have a problem with that. If you're just explaining stuff that's going on in your life, if you've healed from it, I'm not expecting you to be crying about stuff. So to me, it feels like, and because Charity has this nurturing nature, I just don't want her to get into something where she has to be the one nurturing him, as opposed to him being there for her. Right. So I just don't want her to kind of fall into old patterns, which she kind of alluded to that too. Anyway, I thought it was a cute date, and then they had the dodgeball stuff.
They always have some scenes with the men where they're basically like naked in these tighties and whiteies, and I'm just like,
if they do that to women, you guys will
it'll be an uproar. So they do it to the men instead, and they only can't really do it to the women.
But it just makes me think, who is watching? Who are these producers like? Because they're always doing stuff like that to the men. But anyway, Xavier and Caleb, they were really good at the dodgeball.
Yeah, they were really good.
Xavier is like, look, let me tell you all something. You know what I did summertime? I was doing dodgeball. And Caleb was really good. And then just as we were saying Caleb was really good, they threw that dodgeball. It's like Xavier, I think, caught 2 of them. Yeah. It was something. It was great. It was great.
It was a great match.
I really liked that.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, it really was. And then they had the group date.
Yeah.
Where Joey is there putting on his chapstick. He is getting himself ready.
For the longest
because
kiss.
He is determined.
I thought it was so cute with Joey. Like, he really was like,
I'm about to have the longest kiss because I'm a good kisser. And we're about to go. Okay.
But you know what's crazy? I think he showed an act of faith. Because they usually say when you show an act of faith, you act on it as if it's going to happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I feel like him doing the chapstick was like, he was confident.
Oh, they're both getting it.
Yeah. He was confident, so it ended up working out.
He sure was. And ooh, was that a kiss? And then all of a sudden, it's like they're here telling people about it. I wouldn't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And then Brayden all gaslighting them, making it all about himself. You didn't even see them kissing. You want to be upset more than every. Brayden, go sit your ass down somewhere. Yeah. Anyhow, Adrian goes and snitches on Brayden. It's like, look, okay, this man talking about he gonna pack his bags because of the longest kiss and all of this stuff. Like, anyhow, they're too dramatic for me. I feel as though Adrian is making a mistake.
Right.
Like, you guys have to just focus on you all's relationship.
Yeah.
With Charity, as opposed to like talking about other people. I understand though, because you don't want her to make the wrong decisions and all this stuff. I get it. But at the end of the day, Charity's gonna make a decision of who she's connecting with.
Yeah. It is what it is.
And then you're gonna be out of the loop. So
hello.
Anyhow, episode 3, Brayden finally gets his one-on-one date because Charity has to stay like trying to nurture him, put her breast in his mouth, make him comfortable, reassure him. It is so exhausting and tasking. I know. And you have to do that before you all
even get together. And then it's like she's having to always coddle him and everything. It's like he keeps on throwing these temper tantrums, like he just has no self-control. Yeah. So I was like, from the beginning, I was like, what is she doing with this man?
I don't know. He's like...
His earrings are longer than mine.
And all kinds of foolishness. He's just trying to... be remembered. That's how I feel. Yeah. That's why he does all the earring, the cashmere sweat, whatever, the scarves and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to be remembered. Anyway, and I don't really know what she sees in him. He's giving off frat boy vibes to me.
Yeah.
So Charity, I just don't know. But anyhow, she goes, so that was okay. Anyhow, they do the little Ken and Barbie.
Yeah.
And Sean ends up winning, who I thought Caleb should have won. But Sean comes on, cannot sing. But, he
was confident.
Okay. Right. And he goes, gets the crowd involved, whatever. And it's so funny because Aaron S. gives us a picture of what a man's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Little shade. He's like, oh, if you want a pretty boy, then go with Sean and wine and dance. But if you want a real man to ski and fish and camp, hit me up.
I don't want to do any of those things as a woman. As a woman, I don't want to do any of those things. Like, I don't mind waving you off while you go do that, but me going in the woods, I ain't doing that. Sorry.
I would like to learn how to ski, actually. And I would like to go to a camp one day, but I need someone who knows what they're doing and how to actually camp and keep me safe. I'm not going to go with some novice like me and you look at me to know how to make a fire. I'm not going to be able to do all that.
It's too cold to be doing all that stuff. I can't stand.
I don't mind. I definitely want to learn how to ski, definitely for sure. But yeah, to ski and fish and camp, hit me up. So I guess he's letting you know, look, if you want to be a real man,
you come holler at me.
You gotta know how to ski. So now I gotta watch now. See, as soon as you meet a man, you gotta ask him, listen, do you know what real men do? Do you know how to ski? Do you know how to fish? Do you know how to camp? Listen, if there are any men in this group, let us know if there are another list of things that men are supposed to do. Let us know so we can be asking questions
tire
of these men. Yes, definitely gonna know your ways around cars.
Hello.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So anyhow, I used to have this guy I used to date. And I'll say, okay, something going on with the tire. He's just like, oh yes, I can call someone. I have AAA, or I have this.
Well, at least he had AAA.
Change a battery, like he had money like that. So, oh yeah, I have people who do that.
I know, but
I don't have to do that myself.
But you know what's nice though? If you have a man who has the money, right? You have the money, but you can also still get down and do the tire stuff.
You know what he reminded me of? He reminded me of Frasier. Like, I'm not going to get my hands dirty. That's why there are people who need the money, and I have the money to pay for
It's nice to know that a man can get dirty every once in a while. That's what I think.
I used to tease him all the time. He was fine with being like that. But yeah, so anyhow, that's it. That's funny. But Warwick, the other Asian guy who's there, right? Yeah. So she asks him out for a date because she likes the way he looks, right? It was only his looks that got him this far. Yeah. She takes this fool out on a date. This man is sleeping on a roller coaster. He comes out.
Oh, he was so bored.
Talk about, it makes me sleepy. And then she's trying to ask him about stuff, and he's like, yeah, communication is the problem. Like, he was not pressed. I'm just like, why are you even here?
Yeah, he was
why?
checked out.
He seems as though he has a social issues to me. Doesn't know how to hang around socially.
Well, I don't know how he got here then.
I don't even know why you bothered to come on this show. Anywho, she sent him home, and he actually promptly fell asleep. So I don't know if he has some narcolepsy or something.
Maybe narcolepsy, I don't know.
He literally fell asleep and was
snoring
in the car. From when he went inside the car, he wasn't there. He was conveniently not there. He surely wasn't, because he know they were going to come for his tail.
Yeah, there were so many memes about him sleeping online.
Anyhow, I don't know. I know that Joey's a good kisser and everything like that. Charity seems,
smitten.
Yeah, but I just listen. And I know it's wrong. It's wrong for me to put this on Joey. But listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I have a problem. I know it's not his fault. But I really have a problem when people are not authentically themselves, and I just really got a problem with Joey's daddy. But you married this woman, and I know you all are friends now. I mean, kudos to her.
I mean, she looks worse. She looks horrible.
Later on when we see her.
Because she's had a lot of
to have someone who you marry, who marries you under false pretenses, because that's what I think he did. You have the children, only for years later to come and say that you're gay. And then she is unable to really just curse your ass out. You know why? because you're with a group that you can't do that or you're anti that. And it just fucking pisses me the fuck off. It actually does. You know what I'm saying? It pisses me off because she can't express herself. Yeah. Because you're crying about, well, I was in the closet for how long? And, just fucking be your authentic self. And if you want men, ain't nothing, hey, go do you. But leave the women alone and stop lying to them and marrying them and having children with them. With your Winnie that you don't even want in them to begin with, but you want your child. It's just, oh my God. It's like such a horrible person. That's how I feel. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the wife can't say nothing. Because then you start crying to her with your manipulative tears and telling her, I've been in this closet for so long and I was not able to find my way. And I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use you, but I kept on working on it. And I was in church or wherever the hell you were in. And I kept on going with you. I'm not fucking buying it. I don't buy it. I feel like he was gay from the beginning. He knew that. Decided to go use his best friend. You've been my best friend all along. But you know something? You weren't a best friend to her. That's where the horrible person comes in. Yeah. So it pisses me off. And I remember the first time that I saw this, there was some guy who now had like 3 children, conveniently has been with this woman for 20 years and decided now that he's going to cross his legs and he's going to be gay and he got to leave. And he was blubbering. The kids were looking at him in shock. Like you could see that they're still in shock. They can't even process because you're saying you're a totally different individual. The mother there is shocked, but she can't say nothing because now you're part of this group where it's like if you say something, oh, are you anti-me? It's because of people like you. They kept me over here in the closet. No. You were already in the closet. You chose to be there. You chose to not be authentic. You chose to go and lie and deceive a whole woman and have children with her. She was daydreaming of a future with you. Yeah. And you just threw a nuclear bomb, a grenade in that, and you have blown up her world with the children. And there's no fucking humility. All that's there is some victimhood. And then, but you better not tell me how you're really feeling. Give me moments to cry. And then let me slink her away like some damn snake and be in peace with my new lifestyle. And F you all, because you all do not matter. Like, where is the humanity in that? Yeah. Where is it? Like, am I like losing my mind about this? Like, listen, you want to do what you got to do. Like, everybody got to be free. Yeah. But be free. And don't go and be like some asswipe to a whole woman. Use her to have children. Because some of them want to actually have kids of their own. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you decide to, that's how I feel. I don't think it's genuine. I think you do this so it's convenient to you. And when the time is right, and you're done with the marriage, you've got to all you needed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now when you leave, you're going to leave with some assets, probably some of her money too and all this stuff, because you've been plotting and planning the whole time. I think they plot and plan from the very beginning. That's what I think. I don't trust any one of these men who go and marry a woman and have children with her, who come out later and tell me that they're now divorced and they did not know. But then you want us to believe that you were born that way. Isn't that the theory now, that you were born that way? So if you were born that way, in my mind, you already knew. You already knew. Just admit that. I already knew. But this is what society was doing. And I was too chicken shit to go against society. Like, be real. I was too chicken. That, something like that. You come tell me as a woman. I'm like, oh, okay. I get it. Sometimes society can be harsh. You know what I'm saying? You were too chicken shit. But do you see how I'm feeling though? That you let your cowardice bring you in this situation, you know, and then I can cry on your shoulder. And you can comfort me. But don't come with some other BS. How you had to suppress victim and live with you all these 27 years, victim. And having to deal with my children, victim. As you're snotting all over the place and crying all over the place. And, oh my God, it's been so hard for me, victim. While the woman got to go and sob quietly so that you don't think that she's anti-gay. Like, that's what it is. She has to sob quietly. Like, oh my God, all these years I've been living a damn lie. How did I not see the signs? That he didn't want to be in my private parts, but want to be in some man's private parts. Like, do you know what mindfuckery that is? You're a horrible person. Okay, but this is Joey's father. I digress.
All I can really say is that the woman looks like she's 90. And the father looks like he's in his 40s, 30s.
He looks like he's thriving.
He looks like he's at peace.
Yeah. Because
but
you
the
know
thing
why?
is, she has held. But the thing
children.
is, she has to stress because she has held all of that stuff in all
that
those emotions
energy,
and stuff.
all that emotion.
So she can't even let it out.
Can't
Like
erupt.
he's been able to let himself out and be free
cry.
and all that, so
Yeah.
he's able to thrive.
Yes.
But she can't because she's having to suppress all this. So now naturally it stays within her, but then it manifests on the outside.
Yeah. So because of
And
this
then like,
very deceitful, horrible person, which is Joey's father, I look at Joey now with a side eye like this. I can't trust him. I'm sorry, I can't. And I know he wasn't brought up with him, but it's still in the back of my mind. And it's sad. It's sad that what a parent does, now you got to let the person suffer. So that's why I feel like Joey, I don't know if I can trust him for the long term. Yeah. And I really actually like him. But because of who his father is, I can't trust the child. Because I feel as though I think of the mind effery that happened to Joey and what he has had to hold in. So that's why I'm kind of like, is he also deceitful? You know, anyway, that's what's going on.
But that was episode what? Episode 2 and 3?
That was episode 2 and 3. Oh, Aaron B goes out of his way and lets Charity know about Brayden too. How Brayden said that he don't know if he want to be with a woman who has dated 20 of his friends.
Which I think is so effed up to say, really. But, I mean, at least he let her know. But she kept them both. So I guess it didn't hurt her that much. But hopefully she'll get rid of him soon. But yes, y'all, it is Mary.
And Emma.
Signing off, you guys. Please don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and comment down below. And do not forget to subscribe to our Patreon to see more unfiltered content. Bye.